This is a true story that happened to my older brother, Matthew. Matthew was just 16 years old when this happened. And just to let you know, Matthew wasn't strongly built, but had a pretty face and was popular with other kids at school. He did not believe in ghosts or any supernatural beings. He was a brave brother who would protect me when I was in danger. Anyways, my brother told me this about a week after the incident. He came back after a long day at school, sat on the couch for a little bit just to unwind, and had about an hour break. After that, the usual, he did his homework, studied a bit, talked to some of his friends, he ate his dinner, and went to bed around 12 a.m. after watching a movie. He woke up around 3:40 a.m. because he was thirsty and wanted a glass of water, so he headed downstairs towards the kitchen. As he was coming back up the stairs with the bottle of water, he saw a young boy on the staircase. He got a bit freaked out and just froze and stood there. A minute passed by when Matthew suddenly fell on the ground, face towards the wall and covered in sweat. He couldn't let out a scream. He was just lying there. He could now see the boy on top of him, and Matthew could clearly see the boy's face with the help of the moonlight that came from the window. The boy did not have any eyelids or eyebrows. It was just 2 red dots on his face. It didn't have any lips, just a crack across his face. And he smiled ear to ear with sharp teeth. My brother was truly terrified. The creature was now face to face with Matthew. The creature was breathing heavily, mumbling words he couldn't understand. Suddenly and painfully, he bit into Matthew's neck and passed out. He woke up on his bed the next morning. He went to brush his teeth, and he saw in the reflection a red bruise on his neck. He had told Mom and Dad about what he had seen last night, but they just blew him off and said he probably had a nightmare, or maybe some big bug bit him. He confided in me because he knew that I would at least believe him. Of course I did. He was my brave brother. Nowadays, he would feel extremely cold and fall sick every now and then. The doctors told us that he was affected by the lockdown and needs to go out once in a while. I'm extremely worried for him, and I hope the creature that had haunted him that night isn't responsible for his illness. My name is Justina, and this story happened at my friend's house. It was finally the day I was going to my best friend's house for a sleepover. Her name is Christina, and she had a really cute small dog. She was already standing in front of the house waiting for me. When I came to see her, she rushed to open the door so we can watch TikTok and play video games all night. We were the type of girls who would eat popcorn, watch scary movies, and play video games. It was around 11 p.m., and we were bored, so Christina said, "Want to play hide and seek in the dark?" I wasn't really sure, because I'm pretty scared after watching so many scary movies, but I said yes, so she wouldn't be sad. "Okay," I said, "I'll go hide, and you start counting to 20. I started to count. 1, 2, 3, time passes by. 9, 10, 11. I opened my eyes a bit just to see if I can see her, but then I had to stop counting because I had a feeling that something was behind the bed. I couldn't really see it, but it looked really dark. I was kind of naive at the time, and I wanted to look behind the bed to see what was there. I was so close to it, and I could almost see its face. But then Christina shouted, "Hey, why did you stop counting? What happened?" No, everything's fine," I said. "I was just thinking about something." I lied to her so she wouldn't be scared. I didn't know I did a big mistake by talking so loudly. The thing turned her head at me, and she was covered in blood. I saw she was eating Christina's dog. I screamed so loudly, and Christina rushed to the bedroom. When she came, she screamed too because she saw her dead dog. The creature was already gone, and I wanted to tell her what I saw, but right at that time, a glass fell from the kitchen table. It was so loud in that quiet house. We both screamed and ran into the kitchen so fast we almost fell down the stairs. We turned on the lights in the kitchen and we saw the broken glass. We were so terrified that we hid under the sofa. Christina was under the sofa already and I was coming behind her. But suddenly, all the cabinets in the kitchen opened and we both screamed and ran under the sofa. 5 minutes later, we saw some shadows of someone. We thought it might be Christina's parents, so we started to feel better. But the creature came and we suddenly saw its legs. Christina was about to scream again, so I quickly covered her mouth with my hand. The lights were on, so I could finally see its legs. They were really dark and slimy. It was summertime, so we always left the door to the garden open. The creature stood in the middle of the kitchen for 3 minutes and went to the garden and ran away. We were under the sofa for another 10 minutes, and then we slowly got out from under it. We didn't hear or see anything, so we quickly took our phones and ran to Christina's neighborhood house. We called Christina's parents, but they didn't believe us. Christina's parents came home and we cried all night, and we were hiding under our blankets. And yeah, if you're wondering what happened to Christina's dog, well, he wasn't there. He just disappeared, even though I know the creature ate it all. I wonder what would have happened if I didn't cover Christina's mouth under the sofa when the creature saw us. Would we be dead?